guys, I got Kai Kurosawa here, and he's really excited about getting this Starlifter preamp. And he has a really interesting, unique MTD instrument. And I was just asking you, like, what do you call this?
Well, they were fondly and jokingly calling it the aircraft carrier because it's so huge, and I don't know, it's just a fun name. It just stuck with me, so that translates. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the aircraft carrier, and that translated to Japanese is Kubo. So now we just call it Kubo, but yes, it's the aircraft carrier.
Cool.
And yeah,
and it's a touch style.
A lot of it is tapping, although a lot of my playing is also done by actually fretting and plucking. Because I fret with these two fingers amazing. And I pluck with these two. And hopefully I can show more people how to do that. But yeah, if you look for me on social, like just with Kai Kurosawa, you can find some high quality and also phone quality videos. And yeah, and I also do a lot of strumming with my pinky on this side too. So there's a lot of things that that is very subtle that sometimes is hard to get with just well, let's just say a lot of the subtleties that I do actually is very much enhanced with the Starlifter.
Yeah, so tell me now about why you're excited about the Starlifter.
Well, I'm really excited. Well, first of all, I'm really excited that Carrie's face is actually right here.
More excited than me, probably.
Oh, right. No, I am totally okay. About it.
I look pissed off.
Oh, you are. Okay. I couldn't tell, but anyway. Well, yeah, it's super fast. That's one thing that I really, really enjoy. I don't know if that's something that people really describe preamps with, or is it?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's super fast.
Yeah.
And plus the sound, the speed is amazing. Plus, as you can see, I have a very wide range of notes. I have from a low F sharp to basically from a low F sharp, which is below a low B,
right,
and also the range of basically a guitar as well, plus the harmonics and all that. And this really sounds good all around with this instrument. If I play a chord on it, I mean, the instrument is naturally already great, so it sounds good, but then this really helped clarify all the single notes and yeah.
So you can hear like every voicing in the chord as you're playing.
Yeah.
It just all kind of comes out. I mean, I remember when we plugged this in at NAMM and we were standing there.
Which is impossible to hear anything at NAMM, especially with details.
Just like these waves of rich, colorful sound coming at us. It was pretty impressive.
Like I can play cluster voicings on this, and like even cluster voicings were really clear at NAMM, and I think both of us, when I plugged in and played, we both just went, whoa.
Yeah, so I mean, it's for me, it's like this really cool validation for what we were going after with this, which is the plus and minus 12 volt power supply, which gives it tons of headroom, and it just can react to everything that you do right away, as you said, fast. And then also, I think the Burr Brown op amps that we put in this thing are really, this really shows off what makes those so highly regarded. And so it's really neat to see. I mean, this is kind of outside the realm that we were pointing for with this thing, but it's such a great validation of what this pedal is capable of. So it's really cool. I'm excited that you're gonna have one out in the world.
Oh yeah, I'll be I'll be traveling everywhere with this. And I'm actually super. It's a lot heavier than it looks. This coming from a guy that has this.
Yeah, it's got a feel. It's like a solid steel chassis that's been bent, and it's got these light strips on the side. And yeah, the first time I held it too, I was like, whoa, that feels legit. So yep.
Yeah, and personally, it just sounded amazing, like flat and just plugged in. So actually, I don't think I actually even ever switched the contours, or I've done actually nothing. I just plugged in and it sounded great to me. So I'm actually really looking forwthat to exploring the different.
Yeah. I mean, that's always been my approach. Is what's the best sound we can get where you're flat.
Yeah.
And this pedal delivers on that is really cool. So.
One thing also that I like to add is for people who play extended range instruments, probably like like this or
like the one Stu has.
Right, exactly. Like it was amazing. We just plugged in and it sounded very balanced. Remember, like I have volume knobs here, and often I would actually have to adjust it, especially if I'm going mono. This actually has 4 outputs, but I can go with 1 output too, in which case I have to adjust the volume over here. But we just plugged in, and the whole thing sounded balanced.
Right.
All the low notes, high notes, everything. So maybe if somebody has an issue or something that they feel like their instrument is like not well balanced
Right.
in terms of, it's worth checking it out.
Yeah, it might be a problem solver too.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, awesome. Thanks. And you know, you're going to be hitting the road. What are you doing coming up?
Well, at the end of April, I'll be going to Japan, have some shows and clinics, some private lessons, and then I will be back in LA, and then I'll be going to Europe in July.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
Look him up. Kai Kurosawa. It's my glorious handwriting on
I
it.
know. Yeah. And by the way, I'm totally keeping this posted, by the way.
Cool. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by to pick this up and,
Yeah,
and
thank
talking
you.
about how it works for you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.